Welcome to the Tiger's Den. This is the voice of Cheryl, and I am Toothless Tiger. Do you know about the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871? If not, let me enlighten you. On this date, the House approved an act to enforce the provisions of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, and for other purposes also known as the Ku Klux Klan Act. Introduced as H.R. 320 on April 28, 1871 by Representative Samuel Shellabarger of Ohio. The bill passed the House on April 6th and returned from the Senate with amendments on April 14th. After nearly a week of heated debate in the House and the Senate, the Congress reconciled their differences on April 20th, when the House agreed to the conference report on H.R. 320 and the Senate concurred. The Ku Klux Klan Act, the third of a series of increasingly stringent enforcement acts, was designed to eliminate extra-legal violence and protect the civil and political rights of 4 million freed slaves. The 14th Amendment, ratified in 1868, defined citizenship and guaranteed due process and equal protection of the law to all. Vigilante groups like the Ku Klux Klan, however, freely threatened African Americans and their white allies in the South and undermined the Republican Party's plan for Reconstruction. The bill authorized the president to intervene in the former rebel states that attempted to deny any person or any class of persons of the equal protection of the laws or of equal privileges or amenities under the laws. To take action against this newly defined federal crime, the president could suspend habeas corpus, deploy the U.S. military, or use other means as he may deem necessary. Opponents denounced the bill as an unconstitutional attack on state governments and individual liberty. All the powers of the government will be absorbed in the hands of one man, warned James M. Leach of North Carolina. Administration supporter William E. Lansing of New York rejected the mischievous doctrine of state sovereignty and cited the prevalence of acts of outrage and violence, which the states where they occur have either no power or will to prevent. David P. Lowe of Kansas stressed that the legislation fulfilled the 14th Amendment's promise of equal protection under the law. Quote, "Let the different classes of our populations feel that the interest and welfare of one is the interest and welfare of all." Unquote. After both chambers of Congress agreed to the conference report on April 20th, President Ulysses S. Grant signed the bill into law later that day. Nearly 6 months later, in October 1871, Grant used these powers in several South Carolina counties, demonstrating the willingness of the Republican-led federal government to take decisive action to protect the civil and political rights of the freed people during Reconstruction. One thing I've learned in my research: everything pretty much we've been told has been a lie. However, it is up to us to seek and find truth. I ask you not to take my word for anything that I say or read. Research it for yourself and get your understanding. It has been 9 years that I went on a journey to find out who we were before we were slaves. And trust me, it's been a bumpy road. It's been a lot of different things. What we know as history turns out to be a mystery when it comes to us as a people. I suggest to you, and I will continue to do so, research. It's available. And teach your babies. It is not our fault that we were given untruth and half-truths. But it is our fault if we remain in the conditions in which we live today, blaming other people. There's a thing now that they're calling the critical race theory. They're stating they don't want their children to learn about slavery and the things alike because they don't want them feeling guilty for something they didn't do. But we must think of our children. And perhaps they may be having a point. Maybe they shouldn't learn about slavery. At least not the lie that they're telling. But certainly, we should want to know the truth of the systems that are in place to keep us down, no matter what we do. I just wanted to share that with you. And I want to give you guys one big tiger shout out. If you listen this far, I appreciate it. I'm leaving the tiger's den. Goodbye.
This video was made for education and entertainment purposes only. There's no malice or ill intent from the content creator. So please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great evening. Good night.